So we're going to talk about what a healthy relationship is. So let's brainstorm, okay? So think about either people in your lives or, people that you know. It could be like even celebrities or movies or whatever. And what makes their relationship healthy? Like, what do they have? What are their components? Yes. Trust. Trust, how so? Like, when you say trust, they trust each other in what ways?
Like, they don't lie to each other.
Yep. So that's a huge part of it. What else?
An understanding between each
Okay, understanding. I'll get right back to you. Yes?
Real love, not just self-esteem.
Okay, so real love. So, do you guys know what I mean by lust? What do I mean by lust? Like want, right? You think somebody's really cool, somebody's really attractive, right? You lust after them, as opposed to love, right? So, and loving is all the weird, crazy parts about you, right? It's everything, right? So what else?
Same religion.
Okay. So
Beliefs.
I'm gonna put values or beliefs. So, because there are people who have different religions and they're in a relationship and it's a good relationship or a healthy relationship, but that's just a part of it that, when it comes to that understanding, right? That person has one faith, or one person can have a lot stronger faith than another person too. Yeah, but that's a good part.
Communication.
Okay, how so?
Just like talking about your feelings and if you're comfortable with whatever you're doing. And goals and plans.
Okay, and what about those goals?
Well, I mean, goals as in like, you have to understand what you're going to do with the relationship. Like, what do you want? Where do you want to take it? And stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, and being able to talk about that, being mature enough to talk about that. Think about those people in your lives that have a good relationship. What else do they do? What else do they say, or what behaviors do you observe?
They touch each other.
Okay, talk to each other, yes, and then what were you going to say?
Spend time with each other.
Yeah.
Not like in a
You said-
sexual way.
She said touch.
Oh, touch each other. Okay.
Yeah, but not like in
Hugging,
a sexual.
yeah.
Yeah, like hugging and kissing.
Affectionate.
Affectionate. So touch is a part of that, right? Feeling comfortable with somebody, and then a part of that is consent too, right? So, that you guys talk to each other and you say, oh, it's okay if we hold hands, or can I kiss you, right? Consent is a big part of a relationship as well, because you can't just go up and kiss somebody, right? That's not okay. But being able to talk to that person, right? So what do I mean by, like, setting boundaries?
Like, what's comfortable for both of you.
Okay, excellent. Right, for both of you, right? So if one person feels uncomfortable with something, that doesn't mean that, you completely give up. You have to talk about it. You compromise, right? I feel comfortable holding hands. I feel comfortable hugging, right? Setting those boundaries, right, to what each person is comfortable with, right? But knowing your personal boundary, right? So that's really important to think about before you get in a relationship, when you're in a relationship, okay? Because we talked a lot about the peer pressure, right? And especially when you're in a relationship with somebody and you really, really like them, a lot of times people will try to push those boundaries, because they really like you and they want to touch you and they want to be intimate, So knowing where you feel comfortable and also where that other person's comfort level is as well, okay? All right, what else? We spend time doing what? What do you guys do together?
Watch a movie.
Watch a movie. What else?
Eat.
Eat. Yes, eating is important. Okay. So, so when you mean like sleeping, like napping together,
Yeah.
or we're talking about like in a mature relationship that we're like in the same home together.
In the same home.
Okay. Okay. So So this is my arrow that means later. Okay. So okay. Yes.
Cuddling.
Cuddling. Okay. So once again, goes to that affectionate, the touch, the boundaries, right? What about like the same humor? Do you guys find
Yeah.
the same things funny, right?
Chemistry.
Or chemistry? Okay, yeah. Right. So if this person tells a joke and you find it very offensive, makes it a little bit difficult, right? Being able to speak up and say, like, that's not a funny joke. Like, I don't think that's right. Or, you guys absolutely love the same, movie or, TV shows or whatever. Those things you guys can laugh together, right?
You're equal in the relationship.
Okay, so equality. How so?
As in, like, one doesn't control the other.
Okay. That's a great point. So we talked a little bit about like the difference in age, right? And how typically the older person can have a lot more power over a younger person, right? And that tends to change when you get older, right? Once you become, an adult, those power differentials can change. That person might be 30 years older and you guys are on the same page, right? But definitely when you're younger, that making sure it is equal. You guys feel comfortable around each other. Who here thinks they're a little bit weird? Yes? Right? Absolutely. Everybody here is a little bit weird. And that's awesome. And that's good. Okay? So, being able to be you, okay? Not changing around that person. Okay? A lot of times we want to, act a certain way around the person we like because we're all a little bit weird, right? And so being able to be you and 100% comfortable with who you are around that person is really important, okay? If you find out that you're kind of changing or acting different around the person, sure, at the beginning it's just because you're shy, you don't know how to talk to them. But then once it develops further, right, that relationship goes further from a friendship into maybe more romance. This is important. You need to be you. And if your friends, say something and they say, hey, like, you act different when you're around so-and-so. That should be like kind of a wake-up call that, why are you changing? Why are you acting different around this person, right? Why can't you be you? Because there's no shame in being you and all of your weirdness and cool parts about you, right? So that's very important. Any other things about healthy relationships that you guys want to add or talk about? Yes, sir.
If you end up acting different around whoever you're dating, could it be that you're acting different around your friends, not the person you're dating?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. If you can be 110% comfortable around the person you're dating and yet around your friends, you back off or laugh at their lame jokes or whatever. Yeah, totally. That can be, 180. Good point. Yes. Sorry. I'm not saying every friend has lame jokes, but...
Jackson.
They're not lame. They're corny. They're just like
Stupid.
I didn't like my breed at first, but then it
Okay,
grew
here's
on
one
me.
of the What do you call an alligator in a vest?
Investigator. I love that joke. It's a pun. It's great.
It's really funny.
Well, so that goes back to humor. Like certain people like, different types of humor. But
What's
yeah.
it called when Batman skips church? Christian Bale.
Yes.
That's
My joke's not funny, they're corny.
They're
See,
stupid.
we were talking about things.
They're a unique type of food.
Alright. So now we're going to bring everything back home. Okay, now we're actually going to talk about local resources for you guys. Okay, so the TWC, or the Teen Wellness Center, is a part of the health department. It is a clinic within the health department, and it's just for teens. Okay, so